right, hello and welcome in everyone. This is Peter Ryman, the Director of Instruction here at Marshfield Country Club. And this quick tip is about putting, and it's about matching your putter to your setup and to your putting stroke. So these three features, they need to correlate, right? So, and we'll talk about what I mean by that, and we'll start with just looking at, and you can do this with me, I want you to take your putter and find the balance point, meaning that area where you can kind of hold the putter up just by a couple fingers here and have it be parallel to the ground. And then when you do that, take a look at the club face and see where your club face points. Now this is my putter here. This club face, as you can see, points to the sky. So this is a face balanced putter. We'll get into what that means in a moment. Here's a different putter. This is a more traditional blade style putter. Now this putter, when you find the balance point, notice that the face does not point to the sky. And notice that the toe hangs down quite a bit. This is called a toe hang putter, okay? Now, with a face balanced putter and a toe hang putter, there's a different setup style and a different stroke style that are going to correlate and match that. And here's what they are. So with face balanced putter, because the face is balanced between heel and toe, we like to see minimal face rotation opening and closing in a putting stroke. And we like to see the putter move a little bit more, say like a pendulum, kind of up and down, straight back, straight through. Now don't get me wrong, there's always going to be a little bit of arc and curvature in any kind of putting stroke, but to limit that curvature, it's very important, if you have a face balanced putter, that you set up in a way where your eyes are a little bit more on top of the line of the ball. So you can do that. You can always hold your putter up and go straight down and see, make sure that's over the ball, or you can literally take a ball in your putting setup, take it and drop it, see where it lands. And wherever it lands, that's your eye line. And if you have a face balanced putter, it makes a lot of sense that you get right on top of that ball so that putter can operate a little bit more straight back, straight through, because notice how my shaft gets a little bit more upright rather than shallow. It gets a little bit more up and down the line. Now, once you find this type of setup, it's going to be very natural and easy to work your stroke in a way along these tees where it's a little bit more down the line and there isn't quite as much curvature, right? So you'll see these tees are pointed somewhat down the line. There is a slight arc in there, but it's not much, okay? But that stroke should look something like this. Notice how it kind of tracks along these tees here, okay? So that feels very natural to me because this is my putter and this is what I like. I like feeling on top of the ball with my eyes. And I like feeling minimal face rotation. I like feeling a little bit more down the line. Now, however, and that doesn't mean that's right, okay? You can also have a little bit more curvature and arc in your stroke. Now, if you are gonna have that, again, you need this putter, this type of putter with a little bit more toe hang. And it doesn't, just FYI, it doesn't necessarily have to be one of these blade styles. There are mallet putters as well that have toe hang, okay? But setup that correlates to a toe hang putter would be a little bit further away. So now you'll notice my eye line is actually inside the ball. Okay, it's more or less somewhere on top of this tee or just inside this tee, right? And because of that, my putter, rather than being upright at address, it's gonna be a little bit flatter. And then that makes my putter swing on more of an arc. Here's my fixed point. If I turn around that arc, perfect rotary turn, you will notice how that putter head now swings inside, back to ball, and then inside again. And in doing so, there's quite a bit more opening of club face, squaring, and then closing of club face. So folks who tend to be these release style putters, you know, where they open and close, this toe hang actually helps them because it limits that to some extent and makes sure that they're not getting too aggressive with releasing the putter head, and actually helps keep it a little bit more square. And again, this is all preference. There's great examples of putters who have putted both ways, okay, with face balance or toe hang. Tiger Woods is a very handsy putter, for example. He really uses hands and he opens and closes his club face quite a bit. But that putting stroke would go more along these tees. You will notice the difference. This is kind of down the line. This one has quite a bit of arc to it. So setting up a little bit further away now, and this feels very unnatural to me because this is not how I usually putt. But then just trying to track it along these tees with a little bit of open and release of the putter head. So both are great ways to putt and both work really well. It's just important that you understand what your preference is, okay? And that's what I'm here for. I can help you understand what your preference is and what your tendency is, and then we can make sure that there's a putter and a setup that matches what your preference and stroke style is, okay? So I hope that makes sense. Please reach out to me if it does not. Also, you know, if you take anything else from this video, getting a putter fitting is very important, okay? We do not, across the board, we don't spend nearly enough time practicing our putting, myself included. I don't think I practice nearly as much as I should on the greens. You know, 40% of your strokes will be putts. I don't care who you are, 40%. It's pretty much a rule of thumb. And if you drop that number down even slightly, your stroke improves, your score improves dramatically. So practice your putting, make sure you have the right putter, make sure your setup matches your putter and matches your stroke style. All right, reach out to me with any questions. I'm gonna go enjoy this beautiful day here at Marshfield, and I hope you all can do the same. Take care.